Okay, hi, let's talk about MILSPIN's Aluminum Kubaton. I won't cover what a Kubaton is or how to use it, since there are people out there on the interwebs way more qualified than me to educate you on that. So I'm just going to focus on this particular one. You get this thing in hand, the first thing you're going to notice is, wow, this thing is light. But that does not mean that it's skimpy. MILSPIN says it's machined from aircraft grade aluminum, which is why I would assume it is so light, but really so substantial. If you go online, you can read, or at least I have, you can read about people making their own from wood or sticks or whatever. I'm sure that's fine, and I'm sure that works for them. But for me, I don't think you can beat this kind of aluminum design for this thing, for its ease of carrying, ease of kind of wielding it, using it, that kind of thing. So really like that part of it. You'll also notice all these finger grooves through here. Now, and these things feel really good to me in hand. I probably have smaller hands than average, but I don't think that's why the grooves feel so good in hand. I think the way these things are designed, and just given kind of the size of the scoops in here, that they probably feel good in all sorts of hand sizes. The other thing that I really like are these chamfers that are on the edges and all the way down to the point here. I think it really makes it look pretty badass, and I think that's also why it feels so good in your hand, because any like harsh edges are knocked off with that chamfer. So I think feel good in your pocket, feels good in your hand accordingly. And it does go down to the chamfers, like I said, do go down to a pretty good point here. If you've seen me talk about the MILSPIN Rhino pry bar, I talk about, hey, the edge is sharp enough to kind of do its thing, but not so sharp that you'll cut yourself. This thing has got, a little bit knocked off here at the point, but it still comes to a pretty good point. And if you watch all these videos on self-defense and how you use these things, you'll definitely be able to. This thing would not feel good to get hit with. There is a slot here on the end. It does come with this piece of cord tied onto it. I presume you could put this through a keychain and carry it with you on your keys. Makes it easier to find your keys and easier to kind of hold on to them. But I think it just, again, given its thickness, which is a good thing, I think it might be hard to get a key ring through here. I don't know. I haven't really tried it, since I prefer to kind of leave it in this form. One thing that I would like to see is maybe a little longer piece of paracord here to get your hand through it easily. I think, again, I think you'll see all kinds of videos on it. I would actually like to have this thing wrapped around my wrist, but to get that down there, you really have to, would have to kind of hold it like this and almost jab with it. I suppose you could get this thing slid off here, wrap it around your hand this way, and hold it like so. But I don't know, it just bugs me to kind of have that piece of cordage around there, but that, obviously the cord works that way. So maybe just a little bit more length might allow you to carry it kind of in different ways. As far as size goes, this is something you could actually carry around. Again, you can see all kinds of videos on how to use these things if you're ever in an incident, and let's hope nobody ever is. But you could easily kind of carry this thing around with you and slide it over your fingers, and just kind of have it on your person and carry it really discreetly if you're walking somewhere. I originally actually got this for my daughter. She's a college student, and as college students go, they have to walk on campus late at night. Security's really good where she's at, but I don't think you can ever be too careful, and you can't always count on people getting there in time. So it's easily something that she could just kind of carry with her, even with one hand holding on to her backpack, and then this in her hand, kind of ready to go whenever she needs it. So, again, you've heard me talk in my other video about MILSPIN and what great kind of quality they put into these products. This thing is absolutely no exception. I would definitely recommend this highly for anyone in your life who you want to have some discreet things that they can carry with them. Not really intimidating, but definitely will do the job that it needs to do when it needs to do it. Thanks.